Welcome everyone, I'm Storm Team 8 meteorologist Matt Kirkwood with the second snow conditions report of the season. And while the snow has not been piling up, the snow deficits certainly have been. It's been a remarkable, quiet pattern so far this winter, and just how remarkable, 15 of the past 16 days have been above average in terms of temperatures, running about 3.3 degrees above average in that stretch. Not only that, but in that half a month stretch, we haven't had any measurable precipitation, just trace amounts. And the snowfall deficit, as we approach this upcoming weekend, a good solid foot in Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, and Muskegon. And even up in Marquette, where they had a record snowy October, they're running a deficit around 10 inches up there. So yeah, for you snow lovers out there, we have to be patient because this has not been a favorable pattern. Just compare the 2 years on this date back in 2010. Last year, 58% snow cover across the state, 10% here across Michigan, and that snow that's on the ground isn't even usable. All right. There is hope, though. Here comes a storm system coming right out of the south central plains. Anytime a system comes out of the south central plains, it usually has a lot of Gulf moisture to work with. There's going to be a lot of precipitation heading our way. Not a lot of cold air that's going to mix in with it, but there will be some. I think most of Grand Rapids area to the south will see just plain old rain. It could see 1 to 2 inches of rain, but north of Grand Rapids, good chance of seeing some accumulating snow. It's going to be a very sharp cutoff line, kind of weaving back and forth north of I-96. The track of the low going a little bit farther north than what it was expected yesterday. As a result, that snow line has shifted to the north. But that's great news for Crystal Mountain, also for the Caperfay area, Shush Mountain, the Highlands area. You know, they've been making snow feverishly over the past couple weeks whenever they could, but Mother Nature's going to help out, it looks like, on Saturday. Sunday, the system moves out, maybe a few flurries during the morning hours, but essentially the accumulating snow is done. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. The European model gives most of the snow north of Grand Rapids, and you can kind of see the sweet spot up there, the Reed City area, maybe around Mount Pleasant, just north of the Big Rapids area. But a good solid, anywhere you see the deeper shades of blue, a good solid 3 to 6 inches of heavy, wet snow. So certainly good news in that front. Okay, now this is the GFS model, kind of that paints a similar line, slicing right through central lower Michigan, up towards northern lower Michigan. But here's the problem. It looks like we may lose some of that snow. Now, looking ahead, the total monthly forecast calls for additional snow, but White Christmas, I think, is going to be in jeopardy. Okay, behind this system, we do cool things off with temperatures in the 30s, and overnight lows will likely be in the teens and 20s. So that's going to be still good for the snow resorts to make plenty of snow. But once we get beyond that, the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook leading up to Christmas, there isn't a single spot in the country with below average or even average temperatures forecast. So that does not bode well for a White Christmas or snow. But at the same time, above average amounts of precipitation. So every once in a while, you can get a renegade storm that gives us some snow. All right, I'll leave you with this. This is Caperfay, and they have been making a lot of snow out there. Beautiful sunrise. But most snow reports and most ski resorts look like they're not going to open this weekend, but they'll open up next weekend. So fingers crossed, hopefully that will be the case. Snowmobilers, we just have to be patient and keep waiting.